Good day, everybody. My name is Idris Wisdom. I'm a Python developer at Beacom Dev Center. And today I'll be giving a brief overview, just basic understanding on the term blockchain technology. All right, that's a word that has become increasingly popular over the years. And very interesting. A lot of people are talking about it. A lot of people are going into it. Okay, if you've not heard of the word blockchain, you've probably heard of cryptocurrency. If you've not heard of cryptocurrency, you definitely must have heard of Bitcoin or Ethereum or BNB or Litecoin or USDT or or um, or Ripple, XRP, and so on. Okay, so what is it about Bitcoin? Why, what the force about Bitcoin, about blockchain rather, not Bitcoin, we're talking about blockchain, not Bitcoin. So what's the force about blockchain? Why is there so much, attention being paid to it? Okay, so that's why I'm here today, just to give a brief understanding or a brief overview of what all that is all about. Okay, so today we're talking about what is blockchain, why it is important, the features of blockchain, and how does it work, benefits of the blockchain technology. All right, now a blockchain can be referred to as a special kind of database made up of blocks. So we're already getting some understanding now. We are seeing that we have a database and they are made up of blocks. So a database is basically a storage or a bank or a cloud that we store information. Okay, it's a bank of information. And we're saying that it's made up of blocks. That means that information or the information are arranged in form of blocks that are connected together, the term blockchain. So it is made up of blocks connected in chains. Okay. A blockchain is essentially a digital ledger of transactions that is duplicated and distributed across an entire network on a system or of systems on the blockchain. So this is the idea. Now it's a digital ledger of transactions, meaning that that data is obviously stored in some form of computer. Okay, it's created on some form of computer, and a network of different computers, which would be users, have access to see that information, can read that information, and make reference to that information. Now, each block in the chain contains a number of transactions, and every time a new transaction occurs on the blockchain, a record of that transaction is added to every participant's ledger. So what that means is when some new transaction occurs, or some new information is saved, or some new data is created, or something new is put on that database, now that transaction is stored in a block and is attached to the other blocks, and every participant, it becomes visible to every participant on the network. Okay. Now you can see in Genesis block, then the second block, and latest block. So you see that they keep going on and on and on that way, and everybody on the blockchain network can see as new data or a new block is being added to our chain in real time, which is cool. That is, there is no idea that some data has been edited before others can see it, or one person has some super access to change the information that is being put on the blockchain, or whatever is being viewed for by others is different from what is being viewed by a particular person. Everybody on the network can see what's going on, right? And it's in real time. So basically, as a new block is created, every single person on that network is saying that, okay, all right, a new block has been created with this information, right? Now, the goal of the blockchain is to allow digital information to be recorded and distributed, but not edited. Now, which is a very cool power. Now, I mentioned that that information is stored and everybody can see it in real time. And what is cool is nobody can change it, right? So for instance, even if there was an error on the information that was stored on the blockchain, now you can't edit it. The only thing you can do is to correct that error. You have to make a new block, or you have to put in record a new transaction, okay, or record the fresh and correct information, which will be stored as a new block. So each participant can see that, okay, At this point in the blockchain, there was an error. The information recorded was a mistake, and the block that follows that is the updated one or the recent one or the correct one. All right. You can't go in there and change a block. That's the essence, that it cannot be edited. It is immutable, and which is very cool, because when working with data in the business world, or when working with database in the business world, one of the problems that occurs is the transparency of data, or the accuracy of data, or the ability of data to be corrupted. We don't want data to be corrupted. In essence, we don't really want our data to be edited, not really necessarily like add and put in back information. Okay, but in essence of blockchain, you can basically see everything that is going on. So you have highly transparent and highly accurate data, which is very cool. In this way, blockchain is a foundation of immutable ledgers, unchangeable, or records of transactions that cannot be altered, deleted, or destroyed. Right now, that's cool. Now, I'm very sure you might be getting interested, like, wow, this can be applied to so many of my business ideas. It can be applied to my e-commerce side, it can be applied to hospital records, it can be applied even in agriculture, if you keep thinking about it. And it's all true. Blockchain can work in all of those spheres. Now, so blockchain is valuable in everything. You can see that retail, automobiles, government, services, healthcare, insurance, energy, real estate, sports, entertainment, e-commerce, banking, finance, supply chain. Blockchain cuts across everything. And why is it so important? So business runs on information, like we've said. The faster it is received and the more accurate it is, the better. Blockchain is ideal for delivering information because it provides immediate, in real time, it is shared and completely transparent, stored on an immutable ledger that can be accessed only by permissioned network members. Okay, so only those that are on the network, all right, can actually see that. Okay, you can't just go there and click on something and just change it. It doesn't work that way. That's the essence of immutable. Now, a blockchain can track orders, payments, accounts, products, and much more. And because members share a view of the truth, you can see all the details of a transaction end to end, giving greater confidence as well as new efficiencies and opportunities. So we don't have a scenario where somebody can go in behind and change that data. So maybe at night, and everybody can see, just comes in the morning and just moves on without knowing that the data has been altered. But in the case of blockchain, it is not happening. If you are going to alter the data, you have to create a fresh block. So everybody knows there was previous data and there is some new data. And you can raise a question, why is this data there? Okay. And if it is flagged as a problem, we can always create a new block to correct that. Okay. Or sometimes it goes through validation processes also by network members. So if it is not validated, the block is not stored. And all of that. So those are more of further topics that we'll talk about, how the validation, the use of complex algorithms, but we are just giving a brief overview on what blockchain is and why it is powerful and why everybody is talking about it. Now, why is it important? You can see immutability, you can see the transparency, you can see efficiency, it is traceable, and it is secure. Now, features of blockchain now, secure, anonymous, timestamp, immutable, distributed. So let's talk about each of those features, one after the other. So distributed ledger technology, all network participants have access to the distributed ledger and its immutable records. With this shared ledger, transactions are recorded just once, eliminating duplication of effort that is typical in traditional business networks, right? So you can't record a particular thing twice. Okay, once you've recorded it, it's giving its own unique key. Okay, so if you are even going to make a correction, it has to be a new record entirely. Now, immutable record, no participant can change or tamper with the transaction after it has been recorded to the shared ledger. So if it has been validated, it has been recorded, there is no change in it. Okay. Now, if a transaction records an error, a new transaction must be added to reverse that error. And then both transactions are visible. So you can see error, correction. Okay, so nobody is hiding his mistake, or nobody is altering the data, and nobody is knowing. If there was actually an error, we see it, and if there's a correction to that, we also see it, which makes it immutable and greatly transparent. Okay, there's nothing shady going on in the blockchain. Everybody sees what is going on. You can't hide. Now, smart contract, to speed up transactions, a set of rules called smart contract is stored on the blockchain and executed automatically. A smart contract can define conditions for corporate bond transfers, including terms for travel insurance to be paid more and much more. So, a smart contract basically is the contract or conditions for whatever thing that is going on that blockchain. Okay, so it is stored in the blockchain and it's executed immediately. So it happens quite fast. Now, features of blockchain: distributed, peer-to-peer, and decentralized. Now, how does it work? As this transaction occurs, it is recorded as a block of data. And these transactions show the movement of an asset that is tangible or intangible. Either way, the data can record the information of your choice: who, what, when, where, how much, and even the condition, such as the temperature of the food shipment. So each transaction is recorded as a block of data. So it is, just imagine a big box and information you just put inside. Okay, and they are plugged one after the other. So, and it can be tangible, it can be product. Okay, if you're having an e-commerce site, it can be your product. Maybe you sell shoes online on a digital network, or and all of that. And you can have that stored in a database, on a blockchain database. And it is also intangible. So it can be some information, some secrets, some contracts. It can be a contract. It can be maybe medical records. It can be whatsoever. It all works. Now, each block is connected to the ones before and after it. So these blocks form a chain of data, and assets move from one place to another, or ownership changes hands. Now, the block confirm the exact time, sequence of transaction, and the blocks link securely together to prevent any block from being altered or a block from being inserted between two existing blocks, which is cool. So you can't add to a block in between, and you can't remove a block. Each one of them are connected securely, so you can see the occurrence of events. You can trace everything that is going on a blockchain. Now, transactions are blocked together in an irreversible chain. In blockchain, each additional block strengthens the verification of the previous block and hence the entire blockchain. So this renders the blockchain tamper evident, delivering the key length of immutability. This removes the possibility of tampering by a malicious actor and builds a ledger of transactions you and other network members can trust. So there is no altering. So each block is strengthening the verification of the previous block, which also means that somebody can go in between and remove a block that is in between two blocks, for instance. So the block after that always strengthens. So a blockchain is one that is of increasing strength. So the longer it is, the more powerful it is, and the more difficult it is to alter. Okay. So we can see the transaction is requested, the transaction is broadcasted to a peer-to-peer network that consists of computers. The network of nodes uses known algorithms to validate user status. The verified transactions involve cryptocurrency contract records. The transactions are combined with other transactions. Once verified, they create a new block of data. A new block is added to the existing blockchain, which is permanent and unalterable, and that transaction is finished. So in short, once we have a new record or a new transaction that has occurred, it goes through some verification, all right, that either validates that thing or invalidates it, or either verifies or does not verify. And that occurs by also, that verification is done also by an algorithm and also by the networks that are present on that blockchain. And once that is done, we can securely record it and it can never be altered. Okay, benefits, we've mentioned some of them. It is highly secure. So your data is not corrupted, it is decentralized. Okay, so that means everybody everybody can see, okay? So it is resulting in smoother, safer, and faster transactions because it is done by everybody seeing it. Now, so innovation reduce cost, immutability, tokenization, improved efficiency, enhanced security, traceability, trust, and better transparency. I'm quite sure we've enjoyed this session. I look forward to sharing a little bit of knowledge some other time. Thank you very much.